Thanks for joining me today. Have you ever, as a leader, been in a situation or a place where it eventually changed you or you had to make a tough decision? Well, if so, this is what we call crucibles. And today I want to talk to you about challenges and how they are crucibles to greatness. Now, we all know as leaders, at one point in time, we'll be tested. We'll be tested. And it's in these difficult times where we will have to either change or make the tough decision. But regardless of which one we do, we have to be able to live with the outcome. We have to lead by examples. It's not the situations or the tough calls that we have to make. It's how we come out of those situations. And if they're bad calls or bad decisions, how do we bounce back? People are watching these things because these are some of the things that differentiate average leaders from great leaders. Are you able to make the tough calls? Are you able to change or evolve should you need to? And if you make that tough call, if it winds up being a bad call, are you big enough to own it and live up to it and do your best to right that wrong? Now, as leaders, we know in certain situations, we will be forced to make tough decisions. And it's in these difficult times that sometimes we will be doubted, ridiculed, and even given up on. But nonetheless, we as leaders, we need to understand that we have to move forward and lead by example. If it's a bad call, again, own it and move forward. If it's a good call, great. Nonetheless, how we come out of these situations determines how great a leader we are. Understand this, that ultimately challenges make you better as a leader. So don't shy away from them. Embrace them because we know that they'll make us better. Now, in addition to this, you'll run across some people that will doubt you altogether to begin with when you're trying to accomplish something. And I basically refer to these people as haters. You will always have them around you when you're trying to do something, when you're trying to accomplish or achieve a certain goal or task. And the sad part is, some of them will even be in your team or your circle or your department or whatever. Nonetheless, you have to move forward. You have to be the bigger person. You have to understand that these challenges are in place to make you stronger. And it's all on how you deal with them and how you come out of these situations that will determine what kind of leader you will become. Now, there's an ancient Greek philosopher named Aristotle. And his quote was, well, I can't do it for quote, I can't remember it. But basically he's saying, knowing thyself is the path to all wisdom. And see, that's what we as leaders have to do. When these challenges that are crucibles, we have to understand and remember who we are. See, if you remember me saying this early on in these podcasts, know thyself, understand who you are. What is it that you believe in? What are your values? What are your beliefs? What is it that you will fight to the death to defend? And what are some things that you're willing to adapt or change to? And what are some things that you absolutely will not tolerate? These are the things that take a lot of self-reflection because you need to understand who you are and where you are at that time. So when these challenges arise and these situations come into your path, you'll have a better indication on how to handle them and how to make the right choice in that situation. Okay, so understand, challenges are crucibles to greatness. When you get judged on your leadership and people look at you and they want to rate you if you're okay or average or a great leader, one of the things that they're going to look at is how you made the tough calls, or did you ever make the tough calls? How did you come out of that situation? Were you able to bounce back and be stronger than ever? Or were you able to bounce back at all? Remember, challenges are there to make us stronger. We need to embrace challenges. Challenges make us think. They make us reflect. Sometimes they help us evolve and change. And then sometimes they help to remind us of who we truly are and what we truly believe in, so that we can make the tough decisions that need to be made regardless of how others feel. Okay? That's my time for today. Remember, challenges are crucibles to greatness. Embrace them. They can help you evolve and become even better. And they can also help, again, remind you of who you are and what you believe in and what you stand for. All right? Again, thank you so much for joining me today. That's my time. If you want to see other podcasts like this or either audio clips, please go to my website at www.chadbumgarner.co. And also, I'd love to get feedback from you guys. So please hit me up on Twitter. My Twitter handle is @Chad_Bumgarner. And of course, on Wednesdays at noon Eastern Standard Time, every Wednesday, the same topics that you get here on my YouTube channel, we'll discuss on Periscope. Okay? So please, if you don't have Periscope, download it. Find me, CD Bumgarner, and let's have a very healthy and engaging conversation about these topics, because I'm all about iron sharpening iron. My job is to help you create an influence that will create value so that you can be the leader that people want to follow. Okay? Again, that's my time. Thank you so much for joining me. And as always, remember, great leadership equals great results. How are you leading?